Hi everyone, for today's video I would like to do a quick review on this above ground pool. If you can see here, this is a Bestway Power Steel above ground pool. This is a 14 by 8.2 feet by 39 and a half inches high, and I have this for 3 years, and today I would like to show you the failure points. Basically, I just saw this today, that's why I decided to make this video. um, so the failure points that I've experienced with this pool is on my first year. Basically, the connections from your hoses. So if you look here, I'm gonna give you a sample right here. This is the pump, and you have this plastic um, clamps. Make sure that when you connect that, you have the ring right there, and make sure you put the clamp right after that ring. Okay, so that will going to prevent most of the leaks that you're experiencing. So I don't have a leak there, never have a leak there, never have a leak there, but the leak that I cannot stop is the one that's coming from this T-joint right here. So all the leaks were good, including there, but this T-joint right here that came with it just wouldn't stop leaking. So what I did here is I actually used a silicone tape to help it out, and this is the silicone tape I put in 3 years ago when I first got this, and it's still there, so it's still working. Okay, so that's the first failure point. The second failure point is gonna be the plastic clamps, because if you can see here, this is just plastic, and of course if you put it under the sun, after a while it's going to start to become brittle. So the next year it might break on you. So for this one here, that one stays there because I never really removed that even after disassembling the pool, but this I have to remove. Okay, so I still have that there, and if you notice here, I have already replaced it with a metal clamp right here. Okay, basically the plastic clamps for me failed on the second year. So my first year failure is basically just that leak right there, and I was able to remedy it by putting a silicone tape. So the second year issue that I have are the plastic clamps that I have to replace with a metal clamp right here. And then this is my third year. If you notice, some of my hoses right here, if you notice here, this actually gave in after I put in the silicone tape. See that? It actually sunk right there. Okay. And then I also have that issue right here. Okay. So in here, it's basically just a very small leak. That's why I was able to do that. And if you notice here, I'm gonna grab this. This is the one that I cut off from there. Still looks good, but if you look closely here, there are some holes already on some of the parts. Okay, so that's why I cut this thing off. So this one is not here this morning, and right now it's lunchtime. I just came here to check the water, and I noticed this one's already leaking. So this one, I'll probably just put another silicone tape here until I get a new hose for this. Another failure point that you're going to experience are some rust. So if you look on the connections here, you're going to have some rust right there. Okay, but those are very small. You can always you can always use sandpaper to remove the small rust there and just apply paint over it. Okay, but the rust that you're not going to be able to avoid is, you look over here. This is the U frame on the footing. Since this thing always gets um, wet and the water stays inside, this part here that's inside is going to rust a lot. So after my first year, I have a lot of rust right there, and what I did is I sanded off and then I repainted this whole thing. So if you haven't installed your pool yet, I would suggest to put something there. You can get another layer or two of primer paint, or there is also a product called anti-rust, kind of like an oil that you can put in, WD-40, that you can apply there as well. So if you look at my vinyl, the vinyl is still good for the last 3 years. Never really had problem with it. We've been rough on it, uh, basically jumping into the pool, kicking to the side, and basically we never have problem with it. We never have problem with the frame as well, except for those rust points. But overall, this pool is very good. And right now you can see there's a lot of dirt under, but the water's clear. And hopefully this video helped you. Please make sure to click the like and the subscribe button to help my channel.